All right, guys, so just a friendly reminder that on Monday you do have a vocab quiz 1 through 10 of week 2 vocab. We remember that? Feels like so long ago we did a vocab quiz. So Monday 1 through 10, Tuesday 11 through 20, and Wednesday 21 through 27. What do you got, Claire? So I have 2 kids dropping today. Believe me, I want your numbers more than you do because it's so damn annoying that you don't have them. So because I'm waiting for kids to drop, then I'll give numbers. Is that fair? All right. So what everyone needs to make sure that they are ready to go with their vocab. Remember, that is the easiest way to get an A, and the easiest way to fail this course is by not doing it. So make sure you knock out your vocab. It will help you in the long run. I will tell you, every year I ask my kids after the AP exam what helped the most, and begrudgingly and hatefully they say the vocab really helped. Now, let me tell you, they hate vocab. However, they'll tell you it helps. And I know when you get to A push, they don't do vocab, and they'll be complaining that there is no vocab, which is weird that they complain about it. All right, for some reason, this is just not working. Stop it. Yes. It's a good thing we have nothing but time today. Perfect. All right, here we go. So everyone should have their map out in front of you. We're going to start with India or South Asia and East Asia. So we always start by labeling water. So we're going to start with the Sea of Japan. Sea of Japan. Okay, then we have the Yellow Sea, which is right here. We have the South China Sea. Now, does anyone know what's going on in the South China Sea right now that's causing a ton of problems?
Red tide?
No, that's a Florida thing.
Okay.
Luke.
Was it the bomb that was set off, or that landed in the water?
No, I don't know that.
That was a while
Like, how long is a while ago, Luke?
ago.
No. So what is going on in the South China Sea is that China has been taking all of the dirt that they've been building, like all of the construction. You know how with construction they typically dig dirt. What they've been doing is taking all the dirt from all their massive construction projects and dumping it into the South China Sea and making bases out of nowhere. And these bases are super top secret. And even though they're in the middle of the South China Sea, China is saying that you're not allowed to fly near them or use any type of surveillance of them. Well, this past week, 3 planes got closer than China wanted, and China openly said, if you come closer, we will openly declare war on the United States.
Whoa.
Yeah, so would we say there's some tension in the South China Sea? Yes, China's up to something down there. I think we can all agree. So we got South China Sea, we got Bay of Bengal.
Wait, so they just have like a mound of dirt?
No, they have a very nice mound of dirt
Oh.
with crazy technology that we're not even sure. We can't even identify what some of it is. Just like the Russians, I don't know if you heard yesterday, the Russians sent up a satellite a couple months ago. It gave birth.
What?
And that's how it was described. It literally gave birth. You need 5 boxes over here. To another satellite. And they have no idea what these satellites can do. They're pretty sure that they can shut down American satellites. Isn't that crazy? All right, so we got our major bodies of water. We're going to start labeling some rivers. So we have the Indus River over here. We have the Yangtze River, which is the most religious river in the world. What religion worships this river? What do you got for me, Katie? Hinduism. There you go. Now, over here we have the Yellow River. Now, the Yellow River is the most temperamental river in the world. It overflows on a regular basis. Well, it used to, not anymore. And then we have the Yangtze River down here. It also is a little temperamental, but not as temperamental as the Yellow River. It is a Yangzi. Z-I, yes. It's Ganges, okay? So those are our major rivers. So over in our key that we drew our 5 boxes for, we're going to write hairpins, Hairpin Society.
Was it A-N?
Harappan. Then we're going to write Aryans. Then we have the Zia, the Shang, and the Zhao. So you're going to take whatever color you want. I am going to use this ugly orange color for my hairpins. Now your hairpins are the first people in or civilization in India. Now the hairpins are going to be known for their warriors. Okay, you remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to try to make it look like it. They're going to be located in this area. They don't have any real infrastructure or anything. They're kind of just wandering around, but they are known for their warriors and their stories of heroism. They will become the foundation of what major religion? Well, Hinduism. Yes, the Harappans. Now, the Harappans have no written language. So they're just awesome, essentially. And then a new group comes about, the Aryans, and they're like, damn, these Harappans were so cool. For me, they're going to be red. Okay? These Harappans were so cool. Man, I wish we could worship them. Oh, wait, we can. So they come in and they start writing all of these stories of heroism, which will become the foundation of the religion of Hinduism. So the Harappans are what everything is based on, but who actually writes down the stories? The Aryans are actually going to write down the stories. There you go. What do you got?
Isn't the Aryans, isn't that like something Hitler?
Okay, so my boy Hitler. Okay, yes, he was obsessed with the Aryan race. Because the Aryan race were the most noble race in the history of the world. He thought that they were white. We're in India, where the Aryans actually were. What color are their skin?
Brown.
So no one gave Hitler a history lesson. So
Aren't like Hindus peaceful?
they are. They have nothing to do with Hitler. Thank God.
Well, that's, no, I'm talking the warrior aspect.
But they're not all like peaceful. If you go to India, if you start bombing India and stuff like that, they're gonna fight back, man. But they're not gonna be like super aggressive. Yeah, they're not like, wow, this is so zen. Yeah, man, they're gonna defend themselves and their damn family. What do you got for me, Katie?
For the Aryans, do we color it over the orange?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to switch to China right now. So the first civilization in China is going to be the Zia. Now the Zia is going to have to deal with what major challenge in China? The Yellow River and all the flooding. So they're going to set up shop along the Yangtze River because it has less flooding problems. However, they are going to start satisfying some of those issues with the rivers. They come up with some technology, and they're pretty successful. Remember, they're the first civilization in China, so they have to be doing okay. Now, the Shang are going to come around. Now, the Shang are going to create a brand new piece of technology called creation of bronze. They have bronze first. So if they have bronze first and no one else has bronze, does that make them powerful?
Yes.
Yes. How does that make them powerful? Because they have the brains or they have the what? Weapons. They've got weapons. They are the world's first military power in the world. Look at how large of a territory they conquer. Are they successful? Yeah, they are. Absolutely. They are the first people in the world to have bronze. They keep it a state secret, so no one else can have it. Everything is hush-hush about it. Only like 30 people within the whole little empire know how to make bronze because they don't want other people to have it. Okay? So, is it a big deal that they have bronze?
Yes.
For sure.
Are they surrounded?
Yes, they overlap. Because remember, the Zia are going to rise and then they fall to the Shang. Then the Shang are going to rise and eventually fall to the
Romans.
Zhao.
Zhao.
Okay?
Roman.
To the Zhao. Alright, so for me, the Zhao are going to be blue. This kind of like purpley blue. Alright. Oh, it froze. So, the Zhao are going to come in, and the Zhao are going to satisfy and create flooding channels. Is that a big deal? Yes, I know I haven't done anything because I'm waiting for it as well. My computer knows it's Friday and doesn't want to be here either. All right, so the Zhao are going to create channels to help limit the impact of flooding. Is that a big deal or a little deal? It's a big deal. So do you think they're going to be well liked? Yes. Do you think they're going to have a large impact? Yes. So by this point, you're going to see that bronze is no longer a state secret. It has already broken out, and everyone in the region now has it, which is why they're not a military power. Okay? They are in power and very powerful because their government is really effective. It's effective because it addresses the problems of its people. And what is the biggest problem in China? Flooding. So, by addressing that problem, by the way, we finished with the front, so all you got to do is color your land masses now. So, I'm going to start coloring mine. So, they are the first ones to deal with all of the problems of the people. That's why their empire is so big. They will become the foundation of traditional Chinese dynasties, the Zhao. They create something called the Mandate of Heaven, which is the justification for the rise and falls of dynasties throughout Chinese history. The Zhao are the official start of the Mandate of Heaven. The last mandate will occur in 1918. Is that a pretty effective system? Yeah. Hell yes! We're in like 7,000 BCE right now, and it's going to last till 1910. Is that an effective system? Yeah. Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely. So as you're coloring, don't forget to color your islands here, people. Don't forget your Japan. Okay, so that's your front map, so you should be coloring it in. And remember, in order to get your 10 out of 10 points, you need to color in all of your land masses and your water.
Why did they stop the
It's because England conquered China. And they got annoyed with the emperors getting in their way, so they were like, screw you, emperors, we're done with you. And then eventually we're going to have the revolution in China, where we have Sun Yat-sen comes into power. And then that goes to hell. And then we got a guy named Mao. All right, I got my water going here, because remember, you got to color in your land and your water.
So the Sea of Japan and all that is just not gonna do that.
I'm sorry, that makes no sense. What?
What did we do for who covered Japan?
Yeah, we colored Japan. We're just coloring it like a non. Who
covered it? Like which?
I'm so confused, Spans. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
It's green.
Are you asking?
Green means no empire is kicking it there. We're not going to have anyone there till later.
Okay.
Do they know it exists, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's things happening there. It's just not a unified thing. Does that make sense?
The rest of it will be green.
Yeah. Everything's green and everything else is water. Why don't you use crayons?
Oh, because I don't like.
What about color pencils? So why don't you just use mine now and be done with it so you don't have to look at it later? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could get it all done now, or you could do it later. I would say now. I'd much rather do other things later. You've got 1 minute on the front, and we're going to flip it to the back. Macy, do you need something, darling?
No, I'm not.
You're okay? Bella, you got anything exciting going on this weekend?
No.
What, Bella? Nice! You're going Saturday or Sunday? That'll be nice. What beach do you go to? You got 10 seconds, by the way. Oh, nice. So do you wake up at like the crack of dawn to get over there? Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Love fruit.
I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Flip it to the other side. You want the content, I promise you. All right. Just like with everything else, we always label our water first. So, right here, we have the Black Sea. The Black Sea. Then we have the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh yeah.
Then we have the Caspian Sea, which is way over here. Then we have the Persian Gulf. Then we have the Red Sea, which is right here. There you go. So there's our bodies of water. And then, of course, we have rivers to label. This is your Tigris. And this is your Euphrates. Is that better, Chloe?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and then of course I have the Nile, which is right over here. So we got our water labeled. Caspian, Caspian. All right, so let's start filling in some details here. So we'll start over here. So we got the Tigris River. We have the major major city of Assur, which is right over here. Okay, the next major city is Babylon, which is in between, right between the two rivers. Babylon. Then we have the first city of Sumner. And then we have a major city of Ur, which is right here. Now this whole region over in the north is called Assyria. Assyria. What is that known today as? Syria, yes. It is a nod to its ancient past. Okay, it's called Assyria. It's part of Mesopotamia. It's just called Assyria. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head to Egypt. We're going to label the capital city of Giza. And what is the most famous structures in Giza? The pyramids. Then we also have the holy city of Thebes. What is in the city of Thebes? What's its nickname? No. It's the name of the city of the dead. This is where all of like your rites passage to the afterlife and all that stuff start. Yeah. All right. We're going to label down here Nubia. They are the rivals of Egypt. This is called Upper Egypt. And this is where we call like Egypt. So Nubia is going to be the rivals of Egypt. We're going to color them in here in a second. All right. We have another major city. Now, at this point in history, it's only important to one religion. Eventually, it'll be important to 3 religions. And what is the name of that city? Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the name of that city. So, label Jerusalem. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a nice little bubble around it. Remember, do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? Then right next to it, we're going to draw a little blurb. And then a bigger blurb right there. Okay? So, with this one, we're going to label this, what modern day country is next to the country that has Jerusalem?
Oh, I know this. Israel.
Israel has Jerusalem. What country is right next to it? Ben? No. Well, oh yeah, it's on the other side. What's the other city they have all the problems with? Shabani? Palestine. Palestine's right here. And then we have a place called Phoenicia. Now, Phoenicia is known for their what? For their name? No. They are known for their alphabet. All right. Yeah. Phonemes, phonetics, all of that. Our alphabet is based off theirs. Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes in this box over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so your first box, we're going to write Egypt, then Nubia, then Kingdom of Israel, then Phoenicia, Kingdom of Judah, just kidding. Kingdom of Judah, then Phoenicia, and then Mesopotamia. Sorry. All right. So grab your colors. All right. First, I'm going to start with Egypt. Egypt is going to be this ugly orange color. All right. Egypt is obviously going to be along what river? The Nile. There you go. Now, what is a fun fact about the Nile River? Anyone tell me? What's a fun fact? What do we got, Jackson?
That's the most consistent.
It's the most consistent river, which allows them to do what, Jackson?
To build like a lot more structure.
Which, what do we call that? Infrastructure. Absolutely. That's why. Because the river is so consistent, that's why the Egyptians get to build all their pyramids, their sphinx, and all that stuff. So for me, red is going to be Nubia. Nubia is located right here. They are going to be the nemesis of Egypt for a long time. Eventually, Egypt will defeat them. Okay, and they're located just south of them on the Nile River. I'm going to color in Mesopotamia because that's the biggest one. It's going to be this pretty blue color. Now, Mesopotamia, of course, is going to include a large part of the Tigris and Euphrates River. It's going to go all the way here and go all the way to the Persian Gulf. Here you go. Remember, we are coloring quickly, so we can definitely get this map done in class so you don't have to think about it again. Doesn't that sound nice? Okay, so here is your Mesopotamia. As you can see, it's really along the Tigris and Euphrates River. Okay. It is the first civilization in the world, first government, has the first writing system, which we're going to get to here next week. So, Phoenicia, for me, is going to be this pretty purple color. Now, if the Phoenicians are really known for two things. The Phoenicians are known to be the best sailors in the world at the time. They are really your first sailing empire. They are going to have a couple colonies all over the place, but their biggest and most important contribution to the world is going to be their alphabet. Now, who created the first written language? Mesopotamia did, and it's called what?
Mesopotamia.
Not Mesopotamia. It's called cuneiform. It is very hard to write. Only the very, very high levels of government are going to learn the language. So regular people like you and I, is that helpful? No, it's not very practical. So the Phoenicians, who are sailors, who are traders, do they need to keep a written system?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So they come up with this kind of shorthand language. That shorthand language is the foundation of ours, with symbols rather than reeds pressed into clay. Okay? They take this, and everywhere they go, they take their written language with them, which is why the Phoenicians are the foundation of all European languages. Okay, because they're going around the whole world spreading their language. So, the Phoenicians are right over here. Kingdom of Israel is going to be here. And then we have the Kingdom of Judah. Now, the Kingdom of Judah is going to be the first Hebrew capital. Okay, Kingdom of Judah. The Jews are going to be living in this territory. They are the first religion in the entire world. By the way, I'm done with your map. You can start coloring in your water and your landmass, by the way. The Jews are going to start here. They are going to be kicked out in what we call diaspora, when you're kicked out of your homeland. Then they are pushed to the Kingdom of Judah. No, they leave the Kingdom of Judah and go to the Kingdom of Israel, which is in modern-day Palestine. And they live there for a while. They also get kicked out of there as well, and then get forced into slavery. Where are the Jews going? Egypt. Okay? So the Jews had a homeland here. They got kicked out. They spent a couple hundred years kicking it in the Kingdom of Israel. However, they're going to get kicked out there and then forced into labor in Egypt. And they're going to be there for a couple hundred years as well. So, sounds like it's a pretty rough go for the Jews. Can we agree? Now, if you think today to modern Middle East, what country is now the Jewish state? Israel, which is a nod back to its history here. Okay? and now it's located right around the same area of their original. The reason why in 1947 we created the state of Israel is because of what atrocity? Why'd we give it to them, Ben? Well, not just because of World War II. What specifically a part of World War II? The Holocaust. After the Holocaust, the UN, which is a newly formed body, their first action was to give the Jews a place to say, I'm so sorry we let this occur. So they created Israel. How's that going today? Not so well, because when when the UN goes in and carves out Israel, they carve Israel out of what country? Palestine. Guess who hates Israel? Guess who's been fighting with Israel since the creation of the State of Israel in 1947? Palestine. So we're going to get really into that. I think we can both agree that both sides have some area to say, yeah, that's my land. But this is the original claim to the Jewish state. We're going to see that obviously the Palestinians have been living there since they kicked the Jews out, which is why they claim that they have the right to have Israel. So it's an interesting set, don't we think? It's pretty interesting. And it affects modern day politics, for God's sakes. What do you got?
I don't know. Are the Palestinians part of the UN?
No, they're not. Because they hate the UN, mostly. Well, yeah, I mean, that's their biggest complaint is the UN. What do you got, Chloe?
Isn't Hinduism come before Judaism?
Nope.
Or Judaism first?
Judaism is first by 200 years. There you go. What do you got, Payne?
When you say fighting, are you talking about diplomatic fighting?
Oh no, they're blowing each other up, sweetie. Over the summer, like 30 people were killed in a field. Yeah, like it's a hostile place. Actually, one of my favorite students who graduated from Plant is actually moving to Israel, and she is defending her homeland. She's like awesome, so she's super excited about it. So she's actually I think she lands today in Israel. That's pretty cool. So she's moving to Israel. She's gonna do a year abroad, and then come back maybe. What do you got, Vendela?
So down at the bottom in the corner,
Yeah.
is that green? Because that's like just a river on the right of the box.
What are you talking about? Like over here?
Yeah, that's green, right?
It's actually.
Or land, right?
It's actually, I don't care. I'm not really worried about that spot. See you guys. I hope you enjoyed our Low Key Friday. Did you?
Yes.
Isn't it nice?
Yes.
All right. Have a good day. Guys, this weekend you have to work on your spice. You have to work on your spice. Save your focus to next weekend. Come in on Monday. We're going to talk about your spice. If you need help, we'll be happy to figure it out for you. Does that sound good? All right, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy that beach. Bella, that sounds nice. What do you got?
Is this bottom area unpacked?